Hello and welcome to my channel, Boo Snakes and More. For more videos like this, also watch my other house channel, A&A Snakes and Stuff, my youngest son's channel, Henry's Toys and Games, my oldest son's channel, Little Chris 10. Today we're going to be talking about Grant Morrison's Batman saga, so let's dive in.
Grant Morrison! I'm coming, baby! I'm coming!
Grant Morrison is one of the most beloved and well-known comic writers.
Hang on! Wait for me! 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 I'm almost done! Wait for me!
Who has worked on Batman, and their comics are the perfect DCU roadmap. I'm waiting. I read the introduction. That's all I read.
You gotta reread it.
No, I'm not.
For me, please. I'm getting Gotham 5.
And I'm trying to get ready to frickin' finish detailing mice, and you're making it take longer.
I'm Gotham 5 now. Show everybody. I came and I'm Gotham 5. Okay?
That's my nerdy son, as he's referred to.
Gotham.
Grant Morrison is one of the most beloved and well-known comic writers who has worked on Batman, and their comics are the perfect DCU roadmap.
I freaking introduced the Court of Owls. I'm not that sure about that.
Grant Morrison's Batman comics, such as...
Why do you say his name like that? Like, Grant? Like, Grant?
Such as Batman and Son and Batman and Robin, serve as a strong foundation and inspiration for the brave and the bold movie's portrayal of the hero and his relationships. The inclusion of the storylines like The Black Glove and Batman Incorporated could help evaluate the stakes and create a compelling long-term narrative for the DCU Batman. The brave and the bold needs to distinguish itself from Matt Reeves, the Batman, while still capturing the essence. It's a pop gun, so everyone knows. A Batman that general audiences recognize. Grant Morrison's comics can provide the right tone and balance for the film's portrayal of the Caped Crusader.
This lady crazy.
Through DC Studios, co-CEOs James Gunn and Peter Safran have yet to kickstart their DC universe. This canon's Batman is already set for a debut in The Brave and the Bold. Because I was getting ready to get a drink and shit. The writer, Grant Morrison's 7-year-long Dark Knight epic.
If I want to hit it, I'm doing boom. Not no boom.
Is the perfect long-term roadmap. The legendary DC and Marvel Comics writer
that car ad right there? That
looks to be the inspiration in behind other important and forthcoming DC features.
People, if you don't know. I know this shit.
Like Superman Legacy.
Are we fucking recording or do you have this shit paused?
I'm recording.
Okay.
And their other Batman works could create a distinctive take on the hero beyond his debut movie.
People just need to know there has been a time when she thinks she's recording and she has been paused the whole fucking time, so she has to read the shit over again.
With director
the whole fucking thing over again.
Andy Mustasche's Brave and the Bold, looking to establish the dynamic between Bruce and his biological son Damian Wayne as Robin. Morrison's other storylines from the Calypso Soul, Black Glove, 2007-2008, to the International Adventures of Batman Incorporated, 2010-2012, could help justify another rendition of the hero to general audiences.
Mr. Tiki, she's going now, people. She had her time.
Batman Arkham Origins needs a remaster far more than Knight does.
Why are you reading the fucking thing that says you may want to read over more? Is that the thing that says...
Because it's part of the article.
No, that's another article.
K. Grant Morrison, Batman Comics, Batman and Son by Morrison and Andy...
That is correct, though. It does need a remake.
Carbot, Batman, The Black Glove by Morrison, Tony S. Daniel, and J.K. Williams III.
I look like a villain.
Batman and Robin by Morrison and Frank Quietly. Grant Morrison's Batman comics are among the best in the superheroes catalog since The Brave and the Bold. I'm trying to do this before I run out of space.
Damian Wayne and Dick Grayson as Batman. Now you go back to where you were.
Since The Brave and the Bold is already set to use one of the writer's most fondly remembered storylines as a base, there's no reason to venture further into their comic book backlog. In James Gunn's DCU announcements video for Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, the Universe's first phase, the Guardians of the Galaxy director referenced Morrison and artist Frank Quietly's Batman and Robin series 2009 through 2011 as one of the upcoming movie's reference materials, a fitting foundation for The Brave and the Bold, considering it was Damian Wayne's first proper outing as the Boy Wonder, even if Dick Grayson, the original Robin, was the one filling in for Bruce as Batman at the time. But since live-action superhero movies have never been literal adaptations of their source material, using Morrison and Quietly's Batman and Robin should do well to set the tone for this
like the Killing
reboot.
Joke. You know, the movie where Batman fucks Batgirl? But in the comic, the worst part that happened when Joker just kindly undressed her, take some pictures of her to show her father later on and maybe rape her?
Damian comes from a long line of Robins under Batman's mentorship.
We do not accept rape.
And if done tastefully, The Brave and the Bold could use Morrison and Quietly's work to redeem the image of the dynamic duo.
Not my hair.
On the my big screen.
On my
However, the creative duo series was a second act in Grant Morrison's overall tentative writing Batman. But if the comic serves as a symbolic influence for the movie rather than a literal one, then The Brave and the Bold could become the beginning of an outline using the writer's other key story aces to mold the DCU Batman's journey.
I got a gun, a Mac, a suit, but I'm wearing shorts.
McIntosh's movie, on some level, will lay the groundwork for introducing the wider Bat family beyond the brooding Dark Knight himself. After that, Morrison's other comics can be reasonably recategorized to build off Bruce and Damian Wayne's debuts. The upcoming cinematic reboot has a Morris task to accomplish over the ashes of the preceding DC Extended Universe, preserving the public perception of Batman and Robin's on-screen dynamic is arguably among its biggest goals. But if James Gunn is already looking to lay the groundwork for the DCU dynamic duo using one of these characters' most collaborated writers, then there's reason to be hopeful for a satisfying multi-film storyline.
She says she'd be held hostage, but then she won't let me actually hold her hostage. But she says that all the time during our videos.
As praised as they are, Grant Morrison's Batman comics could become famously converted for the unintentionalized reader.
Harley
but once the plot threads converge,
is that Harley?
They create a thrilling story with an impressive sense of ambition, both creatively and in terms
of Batman. That's a Batman.
That's universe continuity. Storylines like The Black Glove, R.I.P. 2008.
Oh, I know.
The Batman Incorporated
Black Glove.
And Batman Incorporated expanded the scale of the heroes crime-fighting mission
Mom,
and
I'm
his
trying to think I'm correct here. I'm thinking.
mortos without losing sight of what makes Batman such a recognizable superhero. Talking!
The Black Glove is a crime organization in the DC Comics universe. Both fought by Batman and Robin, but also Green Arrow. Fun facts. Most of Green Arrow's villains got taken by Batman. Two of them now Batman villains, like Clock King and Cupid and the Black Hand Glove. And, well, Deathstroke. But I always seen Deathstroke as more of a Titans villain than a Green Arrow or Batman villain. Ever since I watched the Titans show.
I'm sure your dad's gonna love how you're nerding all over his YouTube channel.
So yeah. Well, it's Batman. What the fuck you expect?
I have my phone back now.
You should really smile more. You know what they say, laughter's the best medicine.
Illustrated by Tony Daniel, The Black Glove and R.I.P. paved the way for a shattering conspiracy dedicated
R.I.P.
to tearing down the Dark Knight to emerge and strike at the hero's mind. And with Damien's involvement, the Brave and the Bold could set the table for a similar adaptation. It's hard to imagine James Gunn and Peter Safran having their version of Batman not play an extensive role in the DCU. And these comic book arcs would offer a refreshing way to map out a compelling long-term story.
Just do another Batman Year One, damn it.
Given the recent lackluster state of superhero movies in general, the genre should take more care.
They need to do some animated Batman one-shot
meaningful,
movies.
complete stories without concerning themselves
Batman comics.
too much with setting up
like when Superman became Batman. And Lex
future crossovers, forced comedy, and Easter eggs. However, antagonists like the Black Glove would offer interesting long-form threats to substantiate DCU Batman installments. With how one-dimensional villains in some contemporary comic book movies are, who almost assuredly won't make any lasting impact on the protagonist after the credits roll. This would be a significant improvement. It boils down to the need to establish believable stakes, and the Black Glove are villains that can provide a persistent, looming threat to Batman that feels genuine. Morrison's stranger elements from their Batman comics will likely need to be streamlined to make better sense in the context of live action movies. But the potential is there to create a sincere story worth getting invested in, and if The Brave and the Bold is to be an introduction or a hypothetical sequel series as the rising action with the Black Glove, then the colorful adventures of Batman Incorporated would make an exciting climax and resolution, written by Morrison and largely illustrated by Chris Burnham. The comic book series sees the world's greatest detective take his exploits globally and discover the roots of that criminal conspiracy reach far deeper than anyone could have anticipated. Incorporated offers an that's not funny.
Oh my god, that's funny. She almost phone.
Simply, for an experience, Batman with an established extended family could be dictated in live action by building the story arc across a series.
Comment down below if that was funny or not. Me just leaning my arm gently on the chair, and it goes like boom! It goes up and
he's gonna kill me yet.
I have begun to do so.
By building a story arc across a series of movies.
And I can find a way to kill someone with it, damn it.
A finer story loosely adapting their series would make its grand scale crossover feel like a well-earned event rather than tricking a corporate checklist. Because there have been 3 technical flagship versions of Batman portrayed
from the Batman.
from the time Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight Rises released in 2012 to Matt Reeves' The Batman last year, James Gunn and Peter Safran are taking another gamble by producing another reboot with The Brave and the Bold. Given the critical and comical success of the Robert Patterson-led feature, DC Studios' latest reboot effort paid off. But the co-CEOs are taking an even more ambitious risk considering that Reeves' The Batman universe will likely overlap the Andrew Mustache's DCU movie. Naturally, that means that The Brave and the Bold will need to find a way to distinguish itself from Reeves' version while still feeling like a hero that general audiences can recognize as Batman.
James Gunn doing too much. He said he's gonna make live-action movies.
It's a difficult balance,
animated movies,
but if the
TV
comics
shows,
are anything to go by,
you.
it should be presumable
And video games.
possible for the DCU's Caped Crusader and Reeves' gritty detectives to coexist without cannibalizing each other's box office performances. It may also help that the Batman universe is distinctly non-narrow and branded as an epic crime saga.
Saga
And the detective's perspective trilogy will likely be entering its final stretch by the time The Brave and the Bold releases.
I'm a mafia boss from the late 1820s. We got Hogwarts now.
However, the tone of the film is Will Grant. Morrison's comics could be the key components in justifying the DCU Batman's existence to moviegoers. It's unrealistic to expect general audiences to be well versed in superhero lore before buying their tickets. But the spirit of these stories is what can strike their delicate balance, with the Batman universe being akin to a popularly detective thrillers like Jack Slim and Tim Sal's The Long Halloween 1996-1997, The Brave and the Bold and its potential sequences can channel the sinner yet still dark R.I.P. in the almost James Bond and Mission Impossible like swashbuckling adventures of Batman Incorporated. Superhero movies are no longer getting the benefit of the doubt at the box office for being safe and overly formatic, and that may be the best. For the best, these recent developments could force executives and creators to take more narrative risk with these stories, and if Gunn's passion for DC comic mythos translates to the studio's output, being more embracing of the source material for characters like Batman could lead to 2 uniquely inspired renditions of the hero without alternating fans. Thank you. We're going to say it in a minute.
James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into the...
Fun fact.
Then let me move so I can put hot water on the mice.
Fun fact. The original version of Shazam was named Captain Atom, but when DC bought him, Marvel released their own Captain Atom. So Marvel sued DC for the name. So DC changed it to Shazam. And when Shazam, before Crisis on Infinite Earths and Infinite Crisis, before that storyline happened and worlds collide, he was originally on Earth 5, which also had its own Green Lantern. So, the more you know. What?
I'm waiting on hot water. I didn't say nothing.
You gave me a look like, why the fuck you gotta pause my video for that short ass nerd
I don't care. I have to eat up.
Anyways, we're going to continue watching.
The Flash, a fantastic movie that...
Fun fact, again, the original Flash, Jay Garrick, is not connected to the Speed Force. He's also the only Flash to wear a helmet and not a mask. Also, his first villain that I remember him fighting was a villain named The Shade.
Can I have my seat back, please? You could have kept talking. I just wanted my seat back.
That I really love, that resets the entire DC universe. Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a...
Fun fact, there's three Blue Beetles. No, don't look at me. I'm putting on my damn shirt.
Okay, I didn't know.
Okay, my shirt came unbuttoned when I stand up. When I stand up, it did.
You just need to let me sell that shirt.
No,
It's getting too small on.
I'm keeping it. No, you're getting too small with it button.
Are you going back to your fun fact now?
Fun fact: there's three Blue Beetles. The first one is, I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's something Ramis, something like that. But the second one name is Ted Kord. He was a Golden Age hero and best friend of Booster Gold. He died, and Batman didn't do shit to save him. Yeah, so does Batman really have a no-kill code? Or he's like, I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you code?
Because I have a feeling you're going to keep pausing, because I have a feeling he's going to keep mentioning people.
And now the last
kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly in...
Fun fact, the nowadays Aqualad, there's two Aqualads. One who is now Tempest, who was originally on the Teen Titans, Garth, and the second one, who is the son of Black Manta. That's all. Also, Black Manta really cares for his son in Young Justice.
into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now.
Amber Heard
So,
stuff.
Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. The first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's
I
not the
told you,
entire...
he's doing a little bit too much, I think. He said that he's going to do TV movies, both live action and animated, along with comics and video games. Don't you think that's a little bit too much work
That's
for a
why
man?
I was watching it. To bring in more what he was talking about.
entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos.
Oh, I know these. Oh, that's Creature Commandos. I only know of. Okay, I forget his name. I think that may be Rick Flag, but I don't remember. But I know 3 of them. Aside from that's the Bride of Frankenstein. But that's Frankenstein. That is what the fuck? Weasel. Mom's not even looking, and I'm pointing at these characters she may
Mom's
want to
trying
look
to do
into.
something because you paused the video.
This is the Creature Commandos. I know 4 of their names, but I only know a little bit about 1 of them, and 2 of them I know the most. That is the Bride of Frankenstein. That's Frankenstein. Stop pumping that thing
You
over
want
there.
me to look? I'm trying to do what I was doing and look.
That is Weasel, who was in the latest Suicide Squad movie. And
I stuck myself.
that man right there, the skeleton dude, that is the Batman villain, Dr. Phosphorus.
Well, you gotta give me a minute because I'm looking away for a minute.
Creature
Dr. Phosphorus, right there.
Now let's hope I don't.
Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action. The next project up is Waller. This is the story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom.
To be honest, I want to watch this. I want to watch Creature Commandos, but since it seems a little bit too much like Suicide Squad to me, I mainly want to watch Waller more.
It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it. Okay, next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of...
It's based off of a comic.
I'm listening. I'm trying to move dirt around and see if I see any guys.
I'm telling you, Superman Legacy is the actual comic.
Having a great time doing it, and Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay, the next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective, with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover...
Okay, why are you always giving John Stewart and Hal Jordan love? Give Guy Gardner and Alan Scott some love and respect, damn it.
I gotta buy a tote next fucking time your dad gets fucking...
Alan Scott needs respect because, to be honest, he's the original Green Lantern. And Guy Gardner, he was only in that crappy, not good Justice League TV show pilot that became a movie. It was live action, and it sucked like hell, and I actually watched it, and I regret watching it.
I gotta buy stuff to get my...
Worst live action Green Lantern. But that's because of when it was made in editing shit. But anyways, enough of my nerd rant.
For a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story at the DCU. Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the...
Only thing I know is that Batman fought them. That's all I know about this, I think.
Hey, do me a favor. Figure out who that is if you don't know.
Who they are?
The demon-looking lady with the white and black wings. Without demon horns.
Marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters.
Hang on.
The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken.
Hand me thing here.
I gotta go get a bag.
First,
pause the recording too then.
No, don't pause the recording.
Then if it runs out, it runs out.
I paused the recording. You gotta go get back, remember?
That's what I meant, was pause.
Pause. Since now I got done writing from all that shit in the back.
At superheroes, we're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line. And so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of
my favorite hero, aside from Batman. Boosty. I haven't seen him in live action that much. Or animation that much.
As you guys have noticed, the nerdy side is now taking over the reaction video.
I love Booster Gold. He's so fucking funny. He's my favorite Lego character in the Lego games. Oh my fucking god, it's a dream come true. Not only is fucking Batman and Robin getting their, oh my god, it's a dream come true. I'm not caring anymore about their first introducing Damian Wayne as the first Robin in this. The Creature Commandos fucking the Green Lanterns and Booster Gold get their own shit. I don't care, but Damian Wayne is going to be featured as the first fucking Robin in this.
Okay, just keep going.
I'm happy as fuck.
One of
I won't
comics'
be able
really
to watch
popular
this shit
cult
unless I use
heroes.
it on my
He's a
screen,
fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology.
Excuse me, he may be a loser, but he loses in style.
To come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into
Supergirl. I think this is when they introduced Power Girl into the series.
My drink cat. If I put it over there, it's gonna be in the way. It's in the way of my reaching my vape and shit. God.
Boom, safety.
I've been done with this video, but it's up to me.
into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents. Whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way, so she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about.
Oh my god, yes. Yes. Swamp Thing. Hell yeah, come on. Give me the juicy information.
Very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching this video, and peace out to the next one.